Now serving up another round for Brewsday Tuesday, it's DreZ and Huck.
That's pretty quiet.
Yeah, I was going to say. Didn't quite.
That's the opening of the liquor bottle.
Oh, there we go. It is Brewsday Tuesday. Our Christmas edition continues. And while it is still brought to you by the Cellar Restaurant and Six Pack Store, we are not drinking beer today because it is Christmas. And when it's a holiday such as this, you kind of want a little something extra. Something with a little bit more of a kick to it, if you will.
So what we're having is old... Oh, listen to that.
That is a lot of whipped cream. Thank you, Whitney.
Old New England classic eggnog.
Old New England classic.
Freshly made. And it's eggnog. It's made with Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Rum, brandy, and blended whiskey. This is not my usual brand.
You usually go with Evan Williams.
And what happened was I misplaced that bottle. May or may not have drank it. None of your business.
That happens.
But this is the brand of liquor that my dad used to drink.
Is that right?
He's deceased. And so I was kind of surprised it's all they had. But it's got the same bourbon that he used to drink. He was not a high roller.
So this one's near and dear to your heart.
It is. I didn't even know it.
Interesting. Well, once I get through the whipped cream, I'll let you know how it is.
Sorry,
That's where I was. I was all up in the whipped cream.
I was going for the sound effect of the whipped cream.
Yeah, you were going. It sounded great.
It looked pretty, too.
So this was what, I don't know, those of you who I don't know if children are listening. If they are, sometimes Santa brings stuff and it's not put together.
Oh, yeah.
And as a parent, you get the kids to bed and Santa comes.
You're staying up real late,
you're in another room.
Santa put it together.
You're in another room watching TV and you hear Santa come, but you don't go in there because you know better. You go in there and you see something not put together, so you have to put together. And you're like, oh, man, it's late. How am I going to stay up? I would just grab myself a big old glass of eggnog and sit down and start putting stuff together. Mm-hmm. That's why sometimes this end was not up.
What was the worst thing you had to put together? Like, what was the one you almost said F it?
I remember absolutely what it is. Hot Wheels Garage. That thing had to have 4,000 stickers on it.
Oh, you were doing the stickers.
That's part of it. Every single panel, inside, outside, every part had little tiny stickers on it.
I might have to ask my parents because I can't
really
think of anything that had, because most of the stuff we would get, it would still be in the box, and we'd have to put it together ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
My favorite thing, though, to put together is bicycles for some reason.
Yeah.
Tricycles, wagons. I always like putting those. I always said when I get old, I was going to go to Toys R Us and work, but guess I can't do that.
You know what? One year I did get like this little kind of a go-kart type thing that was like pedal powered. I can't remember the name of them, what they were called, but I guess they might have put that one together for me.
Big Wheel was out there.
Big Wheel's
but it's
classic.
Probably before your time, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's about your time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I had a big wheel.
Yeah,
I'm sure I had a big wheel.
Yeah, Brad had one.
I have a question for you, Huck.
All right.
So my mom always had to play Joy to the World on the piano before we were allowed to come downstairs.
Correct.
So when we were young, we had to wait at the top of the stairs until she played the piano, and I believe the Hot Wheels night,
it was
with
late.
the bourbon,
a little bit later than normal.
It was like 10:30. We're like yelling down the stairs, "Hey,
That's true story. Yeah, but then when they were teenagers, we had to play the piano and then put a microphone and a speaker on it to wake them up to get them down there.
Oh, yeah, I remember
That's
that, too.
true.
Because, it's so vastly different. When I was a kid, I mean, we'd be up at the ass crack of dawn.
Yeah.
And I think I remember even one year we got in trouble for this, and to this day, I can't believe we did this. We said, like, we're waking up and we're waking up at early, 7 o'clock, we're opening presents. And come 7 o'clock, both just me and my brother were the other ones up, and we opened the presents before they came down.
You warned them.
We did. We said we were going to do it.
Full disclosure.
We got into a little bit of trouble.
How old were you?
I don't know, maybe like 9 and 10, or 8 and 10, something like that.
My mom would sit there in a chair and write down every present, and so she made us write thank you notes, which is fine. But I mean, we took forever to open the present. She wrote down who it was from, just sat there with a notebook. But she was like this. She had a list for everything.
Yeah, and there was also 6 kids in your family, so it probably was extra. It took a lot of extra time.
And then of course, and then once you're a teenager, man, I wouldn't get out of bed at all.
I think finally they let my brother sleep in, and then I could come down whenever I was awake, and we just let him sleep.
Well, speaking of presents.
Oh, yeah.
How about it? Here you go, Huckster. Woo!
Ooh, I caught it.
And for you, my dear.
It's like a giant, thick CD. Wait,
I love the wrapping paper.
Oh, thank you. I wrapped it myself.
He's got his little pipe and everything.
I'm opening it up. Wait. It looks like something cool.
Damn right it's cool.
If it is what it is.
Cooler than you'll ever be.
Oh, a tile. This tells me where to find stuff.
Where you find? Yeah. So
I should put this on my GoPro.
You could do that. Or I remember you were complaining about how many sets of keys you've lost.
Oh yeah.
And that one is waterproof.
I was still looking for one of the RV keys at Whitney's house.
Well, if you had that on it, you would have to look no further.
This is nice.
It's waterproof. It's got like a 200-foot range, I think, something like that. And yeah, you don't have to put it on keys. You can put it on anything, man. And then you can find it with the Bluetooth. And then for you, my dear, it's funny that you mentioned how much you like the Day of the Dead flask I got you last time. So I couldn't remember because there is a series because there's different. There's a series in that, and I couldn't remember which girl. Was it the one with like the rose?
Yeah, the rose.
The rose.
Yeah.
I thought that was it, but I wasn't sure, so I went ahead and got you that one because I knew that one I did not give you.
So this is nice though. I like the sunflower on the top. It's a nice Day of the Dead flask.
Yeah, and they're both by Bill, my buddy William K. Stidham, same guy that did those, and same guy that does all the Sacred Heart art, like
this is cool because it's got a lot of pictures in the background.
That's part of his pop art series where he's done that with like some of his other bands, like
really
he's
nice.
Like his
with
his crap. What is it? Like like Dave Grohl or. Certain artists, like I know he's got a David Bowie one where what it is it's his the picture that he painted, and then in the background is just like their albums or just other stuff. That's pretty cool. He calls that his pop art, which is I like those a lot too.
Well,
they look really good.
I don't like to use the other one because it's so pretty. I don't want to mess it up. So now I can use this one.
Oh, because that one's not as pretty.
No, it's pretty, but it's like that one is just more of an art piece.
I got you. Well, fair enough. But
so
use them all.
I still use it. Yeah.
Okay, now probably not as nice, but equally as thoughtful is I got you a beer opener. But after you open the beer, you can then shoot
the bottle cap?
The cap.
Yes.
It's a beer cap gun.
Oh, man.
I got
to get my hand on this.
For self-defense.
Yes, of course.
But as soon as they arrive, I will bring them over.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, you pop it and shoot.
Y'all be shooting them.
I like that.
It'll be a war zone in here. You
oh, my gosh. It so will.
I was like, I saw it it popped up on my internet, of course. I get a lot of beer stuff on my internet. I went, I got to have that. I'm like, I'm on the Chinese sucker list now for sure. But I ordered the heck out of that.
Well, you're talking about beer stuff. I don't know if you saw. Did you pop in my office before y'all came in?
No.
So I have that Virginia beer cap map.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a certain somebody got me a United States map.
Redhead.
One. Yeah, a certain redhead. Yes.
I know.
And so now what my goal is I'm not just going to fill it up with
random
beers from the state. Yeah. I need to be in that state and bring it back with me.
There you go.
It'll be like my souvenir from the state. So I don't have any on there yet, but
you've been to Virginia.
Well, but I also have that whole Virginia map.
Yes.
That go there. So.
I saw one in South Carolina. It was almost full when I was down there visiting my brother-in-law the other day. So I mean, I guess they have them for every state.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, I had that one you got me of the scratch off all the beers.
How's that coming along?
Well, I scratched off a couple of beers. And I got looking at it, and they look better not scratched off. So I'm leaving them not scratched off.
You're just gonna leave them?
I'm just gonna leave it. It looks better. I framed it, put it up on the wall. It looks good.
Okay. Well,
I might get back to scratch them off. Plus, like 10 of the beers aren't in service anymore. But I've had some of them.
You might be able to get your hands on them.
Yeah, you never know. So I was talking to a guy yesterday about brew dogs. So into history might be back, but I digress. So. So you want me to rate this?
Yeah, I'm curious what your rating might be for this
3.5.
Not loving
Not Evan.
Evan Williams is way better.
It's okay, yeah. It's just not. It's all those extra liquors in there. It needs to just be bourbon and eggnog. Sorry.
What else is in there? What does it say?
It's got rum and brandy.
Oh, well, now why would they go and do a thing like that?
I don't know. And blended whiskey.
I'm a fan of the brandy.
It's 30 proof, though, so we can drink this whole bottle.
All right.
Mine's going down pretty easy.
That makes it easy.
Yeah, they do.
I'm wondering, because I didn't just eat I've been trying to drink through the whipped cream, so mine's still kind of floating. I'm still getting a little bit every time. It doesn't seem that bad. You're right. The Evans might be better, but I'm not one to buy the prepackaged eggnog. I make them myself.
Do you
eggnog,
make it?
bourbon.
You make eggnog?
I don't make the eggnog. You buy the eggnog, but then I mix it myself.
Well, we're going to make the eggnog. We started to make it night before last. Or night before, I don't know, the other night. But I cleaned out the spice rack. I get yelled at because I clean stuff out. And I threw away the nutmeg and the cinnamon sticks. But I got them. I got them the other day.
Why would you throw them away?
They were like from 2015.
That stuff doesn't go bad, does it?
It has a date on it.
We were going on a little cleaning spree.
Of course, my favorite
Dad
thing
had to go to the spices.
was the salt. Like the salt. It says this salt is 5 million years old, and then you look at it, it's got an expiration date on it. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're probably right.
5 million in 1 year, then throw it out.
Yeah, gotta go.
Gotta go buy some more.
So the other thing I used to do with, speaking of eggnogs, is before I discovered bourbon to the extent of which I've discovered bourbon in the last 10 years, amaretto in eggnog.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so that was back actually probably with the old Hot Wheels garage was probably amaretto and eggnog. So you would just and it's best if you put the amaretto in first, and then just let it turn into this golden wondrous drink, and it's very good. Maybe we'll do that next year.
I'm down on that.
All right.
What? And I know we told you to say over there. Do you remember what you were going to ask or suggest something?
Well, yes, I do have something I've been wanting to do for a couple years now that I haven't really gotten a lot of people on board, is doing either Santa or Ugly Sweater pub crawl.
I got to tell you, I was just watching. There's a lot of Santa 5K runs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the pub crawl would be better.
I'd be more into that. I would definitely be more into that.
I'm thinking I'd probably get a better score on the pub crawl.
I wouldn't think it'd be that hard to organize that.
No, and
get a Facebook group going, and then and a plan of what bars, what what the route. I would, you can count me in on that one.
And then send out where to get cheap Santa suits, or everybody has ugly sweaters.
Yeah, the sweaters work. Look, I just got this one.
Yeah. Since I didn't have a present, you can have that. So I would either way, the pub crawl, Santa or ugly sweater. You can do both.
I like the Santa,
you can put them
together. Mrs. Claus kind of, the slutty Santa.
The Santa one would be more fun to see go as a group.
I just saw a picture just yesterday of one that's up in New England. It's just the hilarious Santa costume some people wear. As she said, the slutty Santa. There's a guy with one of those things that guy from Russia came, it's like a slingshot over your privates.
Oh, gosh.
Shoulder straps and goes right down. I forget what they're called. It's like a onesie, but it doesn't have legs
and
arms.
The Borat one?
The Borat one, yeah. Guy was wearing that with a Santa hat. I'm like, you got the hat in the wrong place.
Oh, yeah.
You need to hold the hat in front of you, sir. And behind you.
That's what you would wear on this crawl, right?
Yeah,
I will. If you got one, I'll wear it.
You might look okay with the stockings, the black hooker boots.
There you go.
And the big, thick Santa belt.
I have the whole Santa costume. See, I'm already set.
So you're set on that one.
I
would need to acquire, but I think that would be more fun to see. Just all of a sudden, there's 20 people dressed as Santa drinking at the bar.
You can get a decent Santa costume for about $25.
Yeah, for sure.
I think they do them in bigger cities, but we can bring it to Southwest Virginia.
I know a lot of stuff they do in big cities. We ought to do down here.
I think they did it in Roanoke.
I guess we'll just have to plan ahead next year.
Okay.
So we'll have to we'll think ahead.
Maybe WROV can,
maybe
can do what?
I don't know. Promote it.
This
channel. Can do what?
Maybe 105.3 The Bear.
Yeah. Let's go across the street and ask ROV to promote our event. That's a great idea, Whitney. Have some more eggnog.
Oh, Whitney gets no more eggnog.
I'm sorry.
You have to say, what is it? WNR. I don't even know.
I don't know either.
I was like, why is he rolling his eyes at me?
Because it's the wrong station.
On that note, I think this has been a very fun Christmas episode.
I did that one time when I won a prize. One time I called in the radio station. I was out of town. I go, and what's your favorite station? I said, well, actually, it's not here.
No, I've gotten that once or twice too, actually. People are like, wait a minute, what's the Bear? Yeah, the Bear. The Bear. Well, there you go. Thanks for coming in, you guys. Always fun sharing the holiday spirits with you.
We're definitely sparing some spirits.
Sparing the spirits.
All right.
I guess we'll get back to the actual booze.
Hey, it's going to be
New Year's.
Our third anniversary.
Third anniversary. A brand new year.
Brand new year. Who knows what we'll do? Let's just leave it open.
Yeah, but it'll be New Year's Day.
It will be New Year's Day.
So yeah, I don't know. We're starting fresh.
Maybe it'll be hangover cures.
Oh, there's an idea. That's probably a good idea.
You know what the hangover cure is?
More booze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready for the next one?
Hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog.
Whitney, I appreciate you coming in like
Thank
always.
you.
What a great elf. And we will take a quick break and we'll get back to the tunes right here on 105.3 The Bear. Stick around.